What's good? What's good? It's your boy, the messenger. Yeah, you know how we're doing. Hey, check this out. I want to share something with you, and I want you to think about this, and I want you to really take to heart what's about to be said. Romans 5:8 says, while we were yet sinners, God commended his love toward us. In other words, God saw us greater than what the world would have ever saw us, and also greater than we even see ourselves at times. While we were still in our unfit state, so to speak, in life, God said, I love you enough to help pull you out of this thing, bring you up out of it. And I'm talking about this because a kingdom mindset doesn't ask for permission. It don't ask for permission. God did not ask for permission to save you. He saw you needed saving. He saw that I needed saving. And he created a way. He made a way because he has the power to do so. So what I want to share with us is this. A kingdom mindset does not ask for permission and let you know what they're going to do. We are of a royal priesthood. In God's eyes, he deemed us worthy. In God's eyes, he saw us great. He sees us great. In God's eyes, he loves us beyond measure. In God's eyes, he has great things in line for us. But too many times we've allowed where we've grown up, we've allowed our situations, we've allowed our mistakes, we've allowed people's thoughts to define our worth. Ooh. We've allowed it to define our worth, and that is the wrong mirror to look into. What we should do is look at the fact that while we were yet sinners, in other words, while we needed to be saved, while we needed rescuing from ourselves, God said, I'm going to love you right where you are. And my love being displayed to you will show you how much you are worth to me. But here's the mistake that I find that some of us do. We start valuing others people's opinion that is negative more than we value what God's word says that is solid and forever settled in heaven. It's okay to be complimented by others and people say good things about you, but even in their best way of saying things about you, it's nothing in comparison to how God sees you. Now here's where the story changes. How do you see yourself? What information have you been allowing to define your worth instead of you looking at who you are in God's eyes and seeing your worth the way God sees you? I want to help us to refocus, to recalibrate as we move in our day-to-day life. We're going into New Year's, and I know all these New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about daily. This is the mindset. So it doesn't matter what year we enter into, when we have the right perspective and we constantly put into practice that we're going to see ourselves how God sees us. What happens is, as new months approaches, as New Year's approaches, we're living our best life. And our best life isn't determined by how somebody else sees us. It's by how God sees us and what we believe about what God says about us. I want to encourage you. You are of a kingdom. And the kingdom that you are a part of is a heavenly kingdom. And God is in charge of everything. And he loved you enough that he sent his son. His son volunteered to come and redeem man, God's top creation, back to him because of the separation that happened from the garden. God said, I love you enough that I'm going to come get you. Oh, why? Because you are of a royal priesthood. You are my child. You are my son. You are my daughter. So don't look at yourself less than what God has said about you. You are of a kingdom community, family. And I want you to know, you don't have to ask for permission, to be great. Just step and walk into your greatness because God has already paved the way. You just have to get rid of the negative mindsets and the negative things that's been said to you and live and operate in that greatness that God has already afforded to you. Kingdom mindsets don't ask for permission. They let you know who they are, what they're going to do. And the reason why is because they can do it because God is our Father. He loves you. Don't you ever forget it. You're a kingdom people. You're of a royal priesthood. So look like it, act like it, live like it, talk like it, walk like it. In other words, just be that. God bless you. Yo.